What are your emotions now that the season has come to an end?
Probably relief, to be honest. Probably relief. It's just been probably 10 games too much for us. 10 games too many. It's not been good the last 8-10 games. Not been good at all. Not been acceptable. So yeah, it's probably a little bit of relief that the season is over. It's just been too many games for us. Too few players, too small of a squad to try and compete for 57 games. It almost become we were running in treacle every game. But look, we've demanded a lot of them. We've got a lot from them this season. And if the season finished in mid-March, we would have been relatively happy, but it didn't. It was just too many games for us, and we just run out of steam.
Do you already start thinking about next season in a situation like this, or I mean, what's your process now? Do you have to go and sit in a dark room for a week?
Well, I probably started building towards obviously as soon as our playoff hopes evaporated. I probably started looking at next season. So yeah, listen, we've got a lot of work ahead of us. We can't accept what we've had as a football club over the last 8 games. Yes, I get most of the season we've been very good. We've been competitive out with the injury windows that we've had. The injury windows have really hurt us, really killed us. So we've got to learn from that. We've got to put together a bigger, a better and a stronger squad for next season. Because there's no point in us doing this job if our ambition next season is not playoffs, is not promotion. So that's first and foremost. That's what I need to stress, and I need to get that mindset and that mentality into people. But yeah, look, it's. I've asked a lot of the lads. Some of them just couldn't maintain it. We ran out of legs, we ran out of bodies. Injuries hurt us. I get all that, but. You know, even today, there was the first half an hour, I thought we were really good. I thought 4-1, I don't see that as a 4-1 game, to be quite honest with you. But like I say, we're getting punished. We're in that moment, in a horrible moment, where you can see some of the lads flagging a little bit. But inexcusable, let's be straight, let's be honest, inexcusable, the first 2 goals that we conceded. 44 minutes on the clock. We just need to turn the ball in midfield, put it in behind them, chase them down, lock them in, see it through half-time, 0-0. And we sit down at half-time and now come up with a game plan for the second half. But we come in 2-0 down. You can't defend that, you can't legislate for that, you can't manage that. And 2 free headers, 6 yards out from goal. That can't happen, and that needs to be cut out, that needs to be sorted, it needs to be cut out and eradicated if we are to take playoffs and to take promotion seriously next season.
What have you said to the players at the end of the game today?
Look, there's very little you can say to them. You're looking at some of them, and you're looking at shells of players, of people that were 10 games, 15 games ago. They're totally different characters, totally different players now at this moment in time. They're just shot to pieces. We've lost too many big players. We have to find out why, how, where and when. We have to look at that. I was really annoyed with them today because I thought they were a better team. Look, that may be me being biased, but for 44 minutes I thought we were a better team. We'd gone through one-on-one, our game plan was spot on, everything about it was really good. And then we go through 2 mad crazy moments, and we come in at half-time 2-0 down with the game all effectively over. Yes, and we didn't, even in the second half, I thought we got the grips with the game and things like that. It was nowhere near a 4-1 game. But at the end of the day, we just haven't been good enough over the last 8 games, 10 games. We haven't been good enough to get over the line. We haven't been good enough to make the playoffs. So we need to improve, and we need to bring better players into the football club with probably a little bit more durability than we have at the football club at the moment, because we can't go through another season where the majority of our squad are in the physio room. So that needs to be addressed first and foremost.
Can you take more positives than negatives from the season, though? I mean, you did play Man United in the FA Cup, didn't you? There's plenty. I know it feels like a long time ago for you now, doesn't it? Yeah. Look, I suppose I can. I suppose if I look at it, but football, I always feel football's about here and now. It's not about looking back. It's about here and now. And at this moment in time, look, I don't feel like in a positive moment or a positive mood, to be quite honest with you. Yes, if you take me back to mid-March and we're 2 points off the playoffs, and I'm looking back on the season, given the disaster we had with injuries in September, October and November, I gotta understand, we have 3 and 4 players on the bench as well at times through that period. We're playing 17-year-old kids as well, who I thought were superb as well when they've come in, joined us for the last 6 months. So
yeah, look, it's tough now. But on a whole, if I look back over the season, I get me remit. Yes, stay in the division, give us a cup run. Okay, we've achieved, probably overachieved, but I can't get away from the last 8 games. They've hurt me. That's really hurt me, the last 8 games. And yeah, it's something that it's probably bittersweet, really, the season, if I'm being honest. But the last 8 games are unforgivable. Some of the things we've been doing, some of the defending. I've got to remember we've conceded 80 goals this season as well, so that needs addressing as well. So look, I've got a lot of work to do over the course of the summer, and obviously I need to get to work as quick as I can and get things sorted, and hopefully we can cut down on the mistakes. We can bring in some quality. We can cut down on the goals against. We can manage games better, and we weren't far off. But at this moment in time, it feels like it's a million miles away.
Alluded to, you've got the plan spot on pretty much for the first half. You were causing them problems. You'd quite taken the crowd out of the equation, I guess.
Yeah, that was the game plan, to try and nullify the crowd, try and get some anxious moments. We knew there would be scores from other games coming through, and we knew that would play an effect as well. We thought we could get in behind them with Seb's pace going down the sides. Yeah, we did. But again, like, it's not ideal that I'm having to play me main striker, Will Evans, at left wing back, but that's just been sticking plaster. That's just been the story of the season. And in fairness to him, he's gone in and done another tremendous job for the football club. But ideally, I hope these problems don't exist, or I don't have to cross these bridges next season. I hope it's a little bit smoother. On a whole, it's not been a kind season to us, really. But anything we've got, anything we've done, we've had to dig deep and get. And look, a credit must go to the group of lads. But what they've done, they've let themselves down over the last 8 games, 10 games. They've let themselves down. Their personal standards, their personal pride, professionalism. And but look, I can see. Look, we had more energy today. Than we did for the last 7 or 8 games. So they need to go away and get refreshed and have a good break, and then come back pre-season and be ready to go. But there will need to be change. There will need to be fresh faces. We will need to improve our quality. We certainly can't concede 80 goals next season. And hopefully we can finish higher, and we can have a little bit more of a productive season next season than we did this season. But on a whole, as David Ando said, mission accomplished. We've managed to stay up, and we've managed to have a little bit of a cup run and things like that. So yeah, mission accomplished. But I think, you know me, I think the fans know me, I want more. I'm a little bit greedy like that. I want more, and I'll certainly be striving for more next season if we can.
You mentioned now, Seb, obviously he had a good season. He's obviously probably one of those who's been flagging his first season as a pro. Will you want a similar striker next season? Because he does provide that sort of...
oh yeah, listen, you know, if Seb was available again, we'd certainly be interested. But like, I think if you did nail on the head, flagging a little bit, you know, you've got Seb who's 19, Nelson Sanka who's 70, and Harrison Bry who's 19, 20. You know, you're asking Matty Baker to go in as well as a 19-year-old. You're asking these lads to go in and play game after game after game, and it's yes, it's great experience for them, but it's tough. It is tough. League Two is not a lot of people give League Two the plaudits and the pats on the back that it deserves. It's a very unforgiving league, and durability, leadership, they'll be things that we'll be looking for next year to get in on the pitch. And you've got to have a little bit about you to go and compete in League Two. And I'm delighted for the young kids that they've gone in and got some game time. You know, we've seen Jack, we've seen Caban obviously as well. So yeah, we're hurting at this moment in time, but I suppose if on the whole, we've done okay. Let's put it that way. The finish wasn't as we wanted.